What's going on, Internet? Welcome back to another awesome episode of Nerdlocker, a place for your inner nerd. My name's Brandon.
And I'm Cubby.
And this is episode 84.
This week we got some new info on the Robocop cast.
We talk about Disneyland's plans with Marvel.
And we got the inside scoop on Microsoft's new tablet.
So let's get to it.
Yeah.
I remember way back when we heard about this Robocop reboot, we all kind of had this look like, Robocop reboot, like who?
Very much, yeah.
Who cares? And then they started releasing, casting news. We get Gary Oldman, we get Sam Jackson, and now we get Hugh Laurie.
This is amazing, and we have rabid fans of Nerdlocker, and you guys know we try not to repeat topics week after week.
We really try not to.
We buried it up. This is the third week in a row we've talked about Robocop.
But they keep announcing awesome things about Robocop.
Exactly. It's necessary. And it's one of those products where you're like, they're going to remake an 80s movie. Great. It can only go downhill.
Exactly.
But now they're putting in so much good product into this.
And it sounds like well-placed pieces. I mean, Hugh Laurie's going to be playing the villain. I think that is perfect. I mean, this just...
Yeah, these are accomplished actors. I mean, this is not just like a big name, like, oh, let's throw Arnold Schwarzenegger into it. Nothing against Arnie, but that's not going to work. These are accomplished
actors,
award-winning actors.
I'm just impressed every time. I can't wait to see what else we find out about this movie.
Yeah, I'm super excited about it. You guys let us know what you guys think in the comments below.
All right, so I'm going to come out and say it. Probably one of the worst pieces of news I've ever heard in my life. Michael Bay taking over Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That was awful news.
And destroyed it.
Terrible day for
essentially, he was just going to destroy it. Today, it was probably the best news I've ever heard in my life.
Total 180 here.
And they're actually indefinitely stopping production on this movie.
Yes. Well, they said it was supposed to be released December 2013.
Yeah,
it got pushed back to May 2014, but they said that the stoppage of the movie is indefinite.
Yes, they fired all the people that were working on it, all the pre-production people, and pretty much told them, we don't know when we're coming back.
The biggest deal was script issues, but...
Because it's not Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
No, it just sounds like it was an awful idea to begin with. But this is weird because it comes on the tails of the pushback of World War Z and the pushback of G.I. Joe.
But G.I. Joe was for 3D redoing.
And they had, but I mean, it just sounds like right now they're really not getting a grasp on things. But we want to see G.I. Joe. Yeah. We want to see World War Z.
I do not want to see Teenage Mutant
Nobody wants to see Michael Bay's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie.
No, so they
I know it's TMNT because they're not Mutant Ninja Turtles, they're stupid aliens, but this is good news to me. I hope this kind of gets just stored away and never done ever again.
Like, what really pisses me off, we didn't get a Joss Whedon Wonder Woman, but we're going to get a Michael Bay
Alien Turtle movie?
They're probably not even be ninjas, dude.
There's no justice.
Exactly. What would Batman do?
Hello, nerds. We've got a new special guest, my good friend Kit, and she's gonna help me with some exciting new Disneyland news.
Hey nerds, we have some awesome news for you. Disneyland is going to be taking full ownership of the Marvel Universe and bringing in Marvel characters and attractions to the Disneyland universe.
The only setback is Florida. It looks like they, obviously because of Universal Studios, won't be able to do anything there, but the rest of the world is open to anything.
And I think that's fair game. I think that's totally fair because Disney World already has 4 parks. I don't think that they need a 5th one. And Disneyland could really use that expansion. I mean, it's only the 2 small parks. I think the expansion could really help them out.
Yeah, and we don't know exactly how they're going to be incorporating it, if it's going to be a new land or if they're just going to, put Spider-Man in the middle of the Magic Kingdom. So anything's really possible.
But I think it'll be fun. It'll be a fun experience for the guests and for the cast members as well.
I want to see like Spider-Man and Aladdin be like BFFs.
I think they would be best friends, but I think it'd be a fun experience. Like as a guest going to Disneyland, you're already you get the magic of Disney, but to have the magic of superheroes and supervillains, I think that's an awesome idea.
It would be interesting. I actually kind of hope that it's not a park and that you just see them roaming around there and that they get new Marvel attractions there. Like I heard that Innoventions, the ride that I'm sure you've never heard of because nobody goes on that, I heard that it was going to be turned into Stark Industries.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah.
And when I was working at Disney World, they actually started taking out the Marvel Universe from Universal Studios, and Disney was talking about adding it into theirs. And so it was interesting to see them start pulling out the Marvel Universe, and now Disney has free game, and I think it's going to be awesome for them.
I think Marvel could find a better home at Disneyland than Universal.
Yeah, me too. Well, let us know what you think, nerds. We like to hear your thoughts.
So nerds, we have some very exciting news coming from Microsoft. They are jumping into the tablet world with the announcement of Surface.
Two different versions, actually. There's the basic bare bones version of Windows RT, which some of the old techies might remember that, the barest version of Windows you can get. And then the second version with a beefier battery and USB 3.0, Windows 8 Pro. I don't know about that. Windows 8, I'm not excited about, but the specs are really high on this. I'm looking forward to the tablet. I'm just a little worried they're getting into a big game here.
Yeah, I'm excited because it's the old days of Apple, Microsoft, and this is where we saw both companies at their best trying to outdo the other. So I'm really excited to see what they can come up with. Well, there's several concerns I have. One of my big ones that I really think they could have done right out of the box is, yes, we've heard rumors that it's going to be integrated with the Xbox. We don't know to what extent. I think they really could have knocked Nintendo out of the game by basically taking what the Wii U is trying to do with their tablet and doing it right from the beginning. And I think that would have established them apart from what Apple and the Android sort of tablets are doing. I think that would have been a great, great feature.
Yeah, and right now they're not really sticking themselves out there very far. Their app menu, or their app market is not anything to be proud of. And I mean, Linux's app market is far better than Microsoft has to offer. So I think if they want to get into the tablet game, they need to focus on that. I really don't like Windows 8. I've tried it out, and it's too easy user based, and you can take away everything and get to the technical part. I'm just really hoping that they stick with that with the tablet, where you can kind of pull away all the design part of it and still be able to get into it. I'm interested in playing with Photoshop on a tablet. I mean, we haven't been able to do that with iPad or Android. No. I mean, not a full version. I've played with Photoshop Touch. It's just not the same thing. So I don't know. I don't know about this.
Well, and then one of the other concerns we have is no price point yet and no release date. So it was nice and all, but we can't get too excited until we know how much we're going to fork out. And that's a huge, huge concern, because if you look at the specs that they gave us, that's some really, really cool technology, and that ain't cheap.
They were even quoted saying like the casing is like a deluxe watch. That sounds costly. This bleeding edge technology in here, the actual screen is insane how good it looks. So I don't know. It sounds pretty expensive.
I'm excited to see what they do. You guys let us know in the comments below what you guys think.
About a year ago, Disney shut down production on the Lone Ranger movie, saying it was too expensive. They changed a whole bunch of stuff. The budget was $250 million. They wanted to push it down to $215. And then it looks like they got everything on track. You know, they had that teaser image, Johnny Depp, and everything looked pretty cool. But it looks like they're screwing up again.
Again. They are not only weeks behind their 120-day schedule, but now they are back up to their $250 million budget, if not exceeding that.
This is just terrible luck with this movie. I mean, I don't get what's going wrong with this.
I'm suspecting that Terry Gilliam is behind it.
This sounds a lot like a Terry Gilliam movie. I mean, every time he makes a movie, something happens and the budget gets screwed up, and it's terrible because I love Terry Gilliam.
And I'm also going to bring up that Johnny Depp was also in Don Quixote.
Maybe Johnny Depp is behind these movie setbacks. I mean, I'm down for a Johnny Depp movie. I'm down for a Disney movie. And I mean, I want to see The Lone Ranger. It sounds fun to me.
Too, yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it would be terrible. The point is, I still want to see it, but this is just, it's just awful.
I think Johnny can only do Tim Burton movies.
Can Johnny Depp only do, is Tim Burton behind this? He's just like, he can only act in my movies. So he screws up everything for everyone else.
I think so.
What's up, nerds? You are looking at two of the biggest Star Wars fans you will ever see, and today we're here to talk about BioWare's The Old Republic MMO.
Yes, a little news came out of this. It's been kind of a popular MMO. I mean, it hasn't beat WoW, it hasn't beat like the guys that have been around a little longer, but still a great game made by BioWare, which makes incredible RPG games. I mean, Mass Effect 3 just came out, and that thing's awesome. Yeah. So was KOTOR, the original Knights of the Old Republic. And it seems like they're kind of jumping on this bandwagon that all MMO games are taking and offering the first 15 levels of the game for free.
Yeah, and we've talked about this before when they first came out. How long would they last?
Exactly.
Because we knew World of Warcraft had adapted and they were going to go with
DCU Online did the same thing.
Exactly, that was the other example.
They started off as a pay and then, hey, we're going to free to play.
And it originally seemed like Lucas was taking this stance of, no, we're going to pay. And I'm not saying Lucas himself, but LucasArts. So it's interesting to see that they're adapting, and it almost looks like it's a BioWare call, because in the press release, it was all about BioWare.
About them being more dynamic. MMO games are dynamic right now. It's one of the greatest things about the game is you pay your $60 at one time, and yeah, you have to pay for the service and you have to pay to play it, but you actually get a game that changes over time. WoW is not the same game that it started out as.
No.
The original Galaxies, Star Wars Galaxies, that changed completely, and everyone hated that it changed. So I like to see where this is going. I mean, they have to do it, and hopefully they do it in the right way. That's the key.
I like that they're evolving and adapting.
Yeah,
and that was what was nice with BioWare's press release. They weren't specific about where this is going to go or how it's going to do.
But
they left it very open-ended.
Yeah, exactly. But they were still kind of clear that, yes, we're doing things, but we're doing them for the right reasons.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
at least that's what I got out of it.
I agree. Completely agree. So let us know what you think in the comments below.
Hey there, guys. Kevin here with my pick this week. It's Warped Tour 2012, finally coming to Vegas again. That came last year, skipped this the last couple years before that, but I'm really, really stoked. Love to see Anti-Flag. I cannot wait to see Streetlight Manifesto. There's a ton of great bands. If it comes to your town, please go check it out. Warped Tour is the best, and they support local music. So go check out local bands at Warped Tour wherever it comes to you guys. Yeah!
Hey guys, my pick this week is actually an iPhone and Android app called Sworkit, and no, it is not developed by Missy Elliott, thankfully, but it is just an app that allows you to take any time out of your day and get a good workout. Sometimes I don't have enough time to get to the gym or to the track or anything like that. I can just pull out my phone and open up Sworkit and tell it I have 5-10 minutes, and it'll give me a good workout to get my blood pumping. I highly recommend it. Check it out.
Hey guys, my pick of the week this week is going to be Comic-Con. Now I know that it's still a month away, but it's only a month away. I didn't even know if I was going to be going, and Nerdlocker, we now have our press passes, so I'm excited now. I'm ready to go. If you're not going, be sure to check out our coverage because it's going to be awesome.
My pick this week is the band Every Time I Die because they're playing Warped Tour, which was here in Vegas this week, and they were awesome. All right, that is going to do it for episode 84 of Nerdlocker, but until next week, be sure to check us out on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and nerdlocker.com for all your nerdy news. My name's Brandon.
And I'm Cubby.
And you guys have a nerdy week.